Hi YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to Phasmophobia. We just got a very exciting announcement from the developers of Phasmophobia on the next major update of this game. They haven't just shared with us information about this update, but they've also given us a release date. So in this video, we're going to go over all of this stuff. I've not seen it before, so we're going to share it together for the first time. Welcome back, Ghost Hunters. We've got some news for you. Today, we're excited to announce that the next major update for Phasmophobia is right around the corner. Chronicle will be launching for all platforms on June 24th, 2025. So less than a month from now, we'll have the next major update. Exact timings, as well as the full list of new features, changes, and fixes will be available on that day. Keep your eyes on our socials and in the Discord server for more information. Ahead of the release, we wanted to take this chance to dive into just a fraction of what Chronicle is bringing to the game while keeping you in suspense for release day. But first, a sneak peek at something else. Note the following, so it's a work in progress. We have the Grafton Farmhouse rework. Surrounded by a near-dead cornfield, Grafton Farmhouse has long been abandoned, walls crumbled apart, doors boarded, and the building left open to be beaten by the extreme weather conditions. What caused this once thriving home to be evacuated, and what still lingers here? Like the Bleasdale rework earlier this year, Grafton has undergone a similar glow up, or perhaps we should say glow down, with the entire location being overhauled from top to bottom. These reworks are bringing our maps in line with our vision for Phasmophobia, while also allowing us to explore what's possible, while also evolving the experience for our players. Similarly to its prettier sister location, it's received some minor layout changes too. Rooms have been rethemed, spaces have been made smaller or larger, and there's even the addition of a crowded attic, complete with sheets-covered old furniture. Yo, look at this. So the idea of Bleasdale and Grafton, after their reworks are done, which Bleasdale we already have, is that Bleasdale is the super fancy, nice building, the nice farmhouse, and Grafton is the abandoned, broken down, beaten by the weather farmhouse that is going to look completely different from each other, which I think is such a cool idea. So here we have the entrance hall has seen better days, while now more grandeur than it was before. The fallen chandelier isn't exactly the most welcoming sight upon opening the front door. So we have a fallen chandelier right here, and then you go up the stairs. So obviously, we're gonna have to say goodbye to Grafton as well. But I think a lot of people are not gonna be upset, because I know most people don't even play on the farmhouses. And I hope we'll finally have like an actual attic where we can have access to it, because right now there is an attic, like a weird thing in the what's currently the attic. There's like an extra level, but you don't have access to that at all. So I wonder if we're gonna have access to that in this one. Yo, look at this. Around the corner, the twin bedroom has been completely refurbished, but into what? Who worked in this room? What's going on in this mysterious place? Yo, they are definitely nailing it with the atmosphere of the new maps. I thought Bleasdale was an incredible change. Even though I love the original Bleasdale, I still think they did an absolutely amazing job. So yeah, to see... it's going to be very fun to explore this one once we can actually fully walk around in it, but look at it. It's all so broken. This is like the hallway here leading up to, what did he say? Twin bedroom has been completely refurbished, but into what? Who worked in this? Wait, this is down, the twin bedroom is downstairs, right? So this is in the living room then. So this is the living room, and this is the twin bedroom right there, and this is like the little laundry area, and then this is the master bedroom. And then around here is the way up to the upper floor. As you can see, Grafton has definitely seen better days, but that won't stop our dedicated ghost hunters from investigating the cause of this ruined household. You can look forward to exploring the new Grafton after Chronicle, and we'll share more information and exact release timings as we get closer to the release. Now on to the main event. So this is a sneak peek to the update that will happen after Chronicle. Now we're going into Chronicle. The Chronicle update. We gave you some insight. So yeah, we don't have that much. We have like the entrance here, and then the around the corner here is this view, and then we'll have to wait for some more previews. Hopefully they'll do more before the actual launch, although we have no idea when that will be. But the Chronicle update, we do have a date for 24th of June. We gave you some insight into what we've planned for Chronicle late last year, but today we'd like to go on a deeper dive on some of the more significant changes the update is introducing to Phasmophobia. We love getting this information out to you before the update, as it means we can open up the conversation and hear your feedback and what you're looking forward to the most. So be sure to sound off in the information below while I'll be doing that just now. Rewarding media. With the addition of the new media section, we've added a bunch of new gameplay elements for everyone to interact with. Ghost hunters now need to complete a full book of unique media items to accomplish a perfect investigation. I like having more of a focus on a perfect investigation that feels more like a true ghost investigation rather than taking 9 salt photos. I know I always mention that, but anyway. This is a huge change to the overall system, but we believe this will allow for a more consistent and realistic media capturing experience, especially when it comes to selling it onto your boss, and if you make it when and if you make it back to HQ. Yeah, taking photos of like sounds that, trust me, this phone rang. I mean it. So if everything needs to be unique, how do we fill 13 slots in the journal with new things to capture, of course? Here we go. So we already know that there is a new evidence item coming, which I assume they will also mention the sound recorder right here. So we're going to have sound, video, and photo media, and every single one of those, well, I assume not everyone will have 5. Maybe there will only be 3 slots for sound. Did they say that? I might have missed that. But yeah, as you can see here, there are, this is the media photo tab, which has, you can delete 3. Look at that. So you have more deletion, and this might be per media type. So we'll be able to delete more in general. I don't know. Maybe we can just delete 3. That'll probably be fine. So yeah, you have ghostwriting. So the way you're going to do this is you'll take a photo, and it'll say you what the value is. It'll say what the tier, I guess, tier bonus, depending on like how hard the photo is to achieve. Like a ghost photo here is a higher tier, it seems. If ghost photo is also shadow ghost, by the way, if ghost photo is a tier 2 photo, I assume there's only 2 tiers, because what's going to be above a ghost photo? I guess like a full body apparition rather than a shadow, maybe. But anyway, so you can see the amount of money you get for it, and then it'll have like a stamp if it's unique or not. So if you spam the same photo, it won't have this unique stamp, and in order to get a perfect game, you have to hit every single one of them unique. Now, once again, what I have said time and time again, what I really want to see here is for this whole system to make it so that we can bring back the value of photos and video and sound in this case back into the multiplier of the contract, because what has happened after the custom difficulty is that they removed the media from the difficulty multiplier, which meant that unless you get a perfect game, you basically don't get anything for taking the photos. You get the same amount for photos as you do on amateur, as you would on literally the highest possible difficulty you can do, like an apocalypse challenge or something crazy. So what I would like to see is for this to be balanced in a way that it can be brought back into the difficulty multiplier, so it feels like you're not just like kind of throwing away time, which these values are low enough for that. I think that they are aiming at that. But let's see, we have multiple pictures here. We have this one, which is for the photo tab. We have music box, EMF reading, interesting, by the way. We have a burned crucifix and specifically shadow ghost, which is interesting. It makes me think that they will probably also finally add the airball photo, where the like airball ghost, well, it's not a ghost, but it's like a puff of air, goes towards you and then makes a hissing sound. I hope we can finally take a photo of that. But being able to take a photo of an EMF reading is interesting. Like, how far is that gonna go? Because I guess with EMF, writing book, dots, obviously, that will probably be specifically dots ghost. That adds another or a lot of new options. Then we have media videos here, which is also 5 slots. So you can take a photo of or a video of disturbed salt. I also feel like that could be a photo. Door moved. Okay. Object thrown. Ghost orbs. Huh. Interesting. That's cool. Value 10 on that. And then an interaction. I don't know. It's all got the same duration or whatever this is. I don't know what that is going to be. So yeah, I mean, this is just a small sneak peek here. It also seems like you can delete everything, and I don't know if this is intentional, but here it's 2 out of 3, and here it's 1 out of 3. So I don't know if that means we have separate like deletion caps, or if it's all just shared. So yeah. Disturbed Salt, I assume, is both a photo and a video, and then maybe you can take a video of the footsteps walking around, like if you have a UV light on the floor or something like that. It's going to be it'll probably take some getting used to know what you need to video and what you can take photos of. I assume if you can see it and point at it like, hey, this is obviously stepped in, like the salt has been stepped in, or hey, there's obviously a fingerprint here or a footstep here, like that will be fine to take a photo of. But if it would only make sense in like, if it if you capture the motion, like for example, a door moving, you cannot take a photo of a door and then tell your boss like, hey, look, this door moved. Like you can't make that out of the photo. So then you would have to take a video. But for ghost orbs, you could also take a photo, I would assume. I guess not, because the photo cam doesn't have orbs on it, whereas the video cam, you can see orbs with. This is very cool though. Ghost orbs, sick. And then here, so for photos, it's 5, video, it's 5, and then media, it's 3. So we have paranormal sound, spirit box, and ghost event, which seems to be like, that's all? I guess phone. No, there's a lot of sounds that you could, like, I don't know how far it's gonna go, right? Like a phone, like a music box, like during the ghost or during the hunt. Like, I don't know where the limit is gonna be here, but that's pretty sick. Like actually using the sound recorder to capture audio that you will also be able to replay, by the way. That's what this button is for right here. You can replay the sound to listen to it again. So if you capture that banshee scream, there's no tier bonus for this. It seems like they're all just going to be 5. I'm very excited to have my hands on with this. This seems super cool. And then I really hope that the value will be like actually worth the effort. Like this needs to be worth the effort. Like I hope that it's not going to be like, yeah, you can do this if you want, you'll get a little bit of extra, but like it'll actually be like meta to do the whole investigation properly and get like a huge chunk of reward for that. Obviously, it's going to take a lot more time, so probably the cheese strats and like the speedrun strats will still be better overall, but if it actually gives you like a proper reward, it's going to be so damn satisfying. As you can see, there are plenty of new media options for ghost hunters to document. Proof of evidence such as EMF readings, interactions such as rocking chairs moving, and even different ghost forms. Yeah, that's cool. All of which can lead to a book brimming with unique captures. Can you record a ghost while it's trying to take you and your friends down? Maybe it's best to use some incense. So like videotaping the ghost during a hunt, I assume, is also going to be possible, like they say here. What we're showing in today's development preview is just a surface of what Chronicle offers. Well, well-practiced investigators will have even greater rewards awaiting them with this new system. Harder captures are worth more money. Tier bonuses for using, oh, I'm stupid. Sorry to the people who already yelled at me in the comments. That's what the tier is for. I was just confused because, wait, why am I scrolling all the way up? Because it said right here, like this one was a different tier than the others. So I was like, this must be because of the photo, but no, it's because of the equipment used. So if you use a tier 1, it'll give you $1. If you use a tier 2, it'll give you $2. If you give it tier 3, it'll give you $3. Okay, understood. Sorry. Where was I reading? Tier bonuses for using upgraded gear, and to top it all off, everything media is now included in the reward multiplier! Woo! Let's fucking go! Thank you, CJ, and DK, and Lavender, and everyone. Let's fucking go, dude. Okay, that's huge, man. Nice, thank you. It turns out reading, streamer doesn't read, gets confused, and then gets pogged when he does read. It's a tale as old as time. So yeah, that's amazing. That is exactly what I've been wanting for the longest time, because it has been such a bummer that it has not been within the reward multiplier, which just makes it feel like if you don't plan on getting a perfect game, you're just throwing away your time and effort to try and get any photos, because it just barely matters. That is amazing. Thank you so much, devs. I really like that, especially after putting so much love and effort into this system. Making it actually really valuable to how much money you're gonna make is like really important, because you want people to use it, right? Like you want people to be heavily incentivized to actually use this new system. And since it's gonna be so deep and like, oh man, this is gonna add so much to it. This is so fucking exciting. Like having a proper ghost investigation, be able, like, you can already do so many different things in Phasmo, and every ghost makes every round different, and also depending on what custom difficulty you use, etc., etc. But now also being able to like, oh, this ghost seems to be throwing a lot more items, so I'll take some videos of throwing and I'll try to get an item into the room so it can maybe do an interaction with it. All kinds of crazy stuff that you'll be able to do. It's going to be so fucking fun. So yeah, for huge bonuses when completing a contract successfully. Thank you, devs. Great job. Sound recorder, here we go. With Chronicle, we're excited to announce our first new piece of equipment since our equipment overhaul in Ascension. The sound recorder tier 1 of which is available from level 4, brings with it a whole new type of profitable evidence. Investigators can now record audio from equipment such as Spirit Box, the sound of a ghost event, and paranormal sounds. Audio that you can only hear via the parabolic microphone. For example, So it like auto records? And you can then play it back? While the sound recorder is switched on, it'll be constantly scanning for nearby things to record. If the lights burst to life, you'll need to use the range indicator. Wait. It'll be constantly scanning for nearby things to record. If the lights burst into life, you'll need to use the range indicator to guide you within the recordable range before the sound disappears. So let's see, how did that work here? So we have, it'll start, so it's doing nothing. It starts beeping a little bit to give you an indication that there's something nearby. And when you get close enough, it'll play the audio, record it. So this seems like you're basically hunting, in this specific scenario here, you're hunting for like an invisible evidence where you're just gonna be running around with this thing hoping that there's something there. I assume you can also record things that you can actually hear without the device as well. Like if you hear a ghost singing like during a ghost event, you'll be able to grab the recorder and pick that up. It's not just going to be like the paramic where you point it into the ether and hope you get a new sound that you can't otherwise hear. Let's see. There are a plethora of new sounds to be found. Will you collect them all? Absolutely. But wait, there's more. Chronicle is one of our biggest updates to Phasmophobia yet, and there is so much more in store for you when the update launches next month that we couldn't possibly... I assume wouldn't want to spoil for you here today. That said, what is this? This new device here, we have our trusty old camera. We have we have a screen here with different tabs on it and a VHS player. Are we gonna be able to watch our videos back as well? And what are these different clicks here? I assume this is gonna be a rework of the camera system because the camera system right now is fucking stupid. Having to click the keyboard to turn on the night vision and then clicking the mouse to go in one direction. So if you accidentally skip past the camera and you're on a map with a lot of cameras, have a lot of fun going all the way back around to get back to where you want it to be. So I assume we'll be able to go back and forth and like select different cameras, maybe even film stuff from the truck to add to the book as evidence. Like if you place good cameras, they don't actually, dude, I'm semi-jealous to the truck people. You're gonna get so much new content for this update, man. The people that are like truck dwellers who are too scared to go into the map, you're gonna have so much shit to do now. Happy hunting. Yo, that's exciting. Let me know what you think. I mean, this is also new, right? Like this, what is this device? Is there any Ghost Hunter, like, fanatics that know what this device could be? Let me know in the comments. Obviously, there's a camera. Obviously, we got I assume VHS player here, which means we might be able to find videos and replay them or to make our own videos. Clearly, there's some kind of rework of the camera system here. This is extremely cool, especially taking them on their word as well, that this is just a fraction of the shit that's going to be added here. I am just, holy heck. And in a month, man! Woo, that's good stuff, man. So yeah, very exciting for this. I'm so happy they're doing this. Thank you for finally getting me out of my stress zone, because I was like, oh my god, we have this whole thing, and if they don't add it to the multiplier, it's going to be so much work for like something that you will do a few times, but then not again because it's not worth it. Seeing this here makes me very happy, and the values here are pretty good too. If you think like adding all this together and then multiplying it by like 10 if you do a no evidence challenge or something, that could be crazy. Like that could be so much extra money. We're gonna go back to the old days, man, when like taking photos was like a super important skill aspect to the game, and it made up like half your money. Like the difference between a good photographer in the game and someone who didn't know what the fuck they were doing was like actually 2 times as much money. So if you had like a good person on your team who could take the photos, you would make so much more money. And it was so fun to be like the pro at taking photos and knowing the ins and out of the system. And then it just completely got nuked out of orbit when they like change the way the reward multiplier works. So I'm very excited about that. Also, this looks different, right? We haven't seen this one before. So yeah, great. Claps in the chat for the devs, because this is absolutely amazing and I can't wait. Now they also show with us some of the graft and stuff here that we won't be getting in this update. So yeah, a month from now, you'll see me playing all this stuff, and I'm very excited. Let me know what you're most excited for, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you liked the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you want to join the live streams, you can join us over at twitch.tv/Instagram. Click the link in the description down below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.